In this video, we will be getting into part 1 of the Purge, your closet that is. Hello beauties, I'm Gigi and this is Gigi's Flavor of Life, and here I share my unique style to help you discover yours. Welcome to the closet. To all of the new beauties stepping into the closet for the very first time, thank you for stopping by. And to all my returning beauties, hey girl, hey, thank you for continuing to show up for me and hang out in the closet. As you guys can see from the title, this video is about purging our closets, a task or a process, I should say, that I don't really care for much. Most of us find it to be very tough to purge our closets, so I figure it's spring, it's time to start turning over our closets. It's time to get some of the old things out and the new things in. It's time to refresh, it's time to declutter, it's time to do all of those things. So I figured I would do a video since I am very shortly going to start to purge my closet. Then why not us do it all together? So I would like to say maybe about a year ago, I created a purge guide because obviously I was having difficulty purging my closet. I was okay with starting the purge. I was all right with separating and doing all the things, but then when it came to actually getting the stuff out of my closet and ultimately out of my house, yeah, I struggled. I definitely struggled. So I created a 4-step guide. I'm going to link it below. You guys can click the link and download it for free. And it's a simple 4-step guide with a checklist to basically keep you on track, to keep me on track, because I found that whenever I need to purge my closet, I definitely bust out this guide and it helps me stay on track. It helps me stay in the, well, what am I supposed to be doing? Instead of looking at the bigger picture or the bigger task at hand. So if you're interested, it'll be down in the description bar. You know, click it, you download it. And so now I have a question for you beauties, and be honest, when was the last time that you purged your closets? When was the last time that you guys purged your closets? Like, seriously. I mean, for me, the last time that I did a really big purge was probably this same time last year. Or was it winter? It might have been, no. It might have been going into winter. I did a really big purge. And I got rid of a lot of stuff. Somehow I have accumulated more things. And I know that I have a lot of things in my closet that are just not serving me and serving the style that I have now. So before we get into the steps, let me just say this. Oftentimes we view purging our closet, cleaning our closets out, decluttering our closets, we look at it as such a daunting task. I know I do, because we look at the bigger picture. I'm here and this is my main closet. Over here is where everything is mostly hung up. So this is my main closet. And in another room, I have another closet where I keep jeans and sweaters and some tops. I have a coat closet, and then I also have a closet where I keep all of my workout, coats and shoes and sneakers, and all the workout stuff is in that closet. So for us to think that we can go through and purge every single space that we have in one day is completely absurd, guys. Because some of you guys out there have things stored under your bed, you have things in the attic, you have things in the basement, you have things stored over at your mama's house, down in her storage area. Yes, I know that you do. So oftentimes we look at this task as, just such a hard thing to do, and you become overwhelmed. So from here on out, We are not going to view purging our closets as I just said a few seconds ago, as a task. We are going to continually remind ourselves that purging your closet is a necessary tool. Come on, y'all, say it with me. Purging our closets is not a task, it is a necessary tool. And what is a tool for? We're going to use this tool to get us to that end goal, which is the best wardrobe, the most organized wardrobe, and our most chicest selves. So, where do we begin? Where do we start, guys? Now, in this video, we are not going to be doing any of the heavy lifting. So this is a two-part video. This is part one. There will be a part two. We're not going to be doing any of the heavy lifting in this video. And why? Is because the very first step is to prepare ourselves mentally. Anytime that we, in my opinion anyway, anytime that we are going to be decluttering or changing or clearing out or renewing, in my opinion, it really does require us to mentally sit with that thought of clearing things out and change in general, and throwing things or getting rid of things. It requires us to think about it. So before we can become actionable, we need to mentally prepare ourselves. Now, I've watched tons of videos here on YouTube about how to organize my closet, how to declutter, how to clean, how to save, all the how-tos as far as my wardrobe and my closet are concerned. I've watched so many videos on this particular topic, and the one thing that I have noticed in every single video was nobody addresses how to mentally prepare yourself, or that should be the first step. Because as I've experienced in the past, I've attempted to clear out my closet and I've been somewhat successful, but there have been times when I was not mentally strong enough to say, okay, out the front door it goes, and somehow, piece by piece, it creeps back into my closet. So the first step is to mentally prepare ourselves. So how do we get ourselves mentally prepared in the right frame of mind? How to start this process? How do we do it? The first thing that we are going to do is set a clear goal. And what do I mean when I say set a clear goal? For me personally, I know that I have too many things in this closet. When I go inside this closet, I am rustling and tussling with the racks. I don't like that, and it deters me from going in and finding clothes. I'm losing things in there. So clearly, my goal is to obviously make space. It's spring and I want to add new pieces. I've seen tons of things that I want to add, but where am I going to put them? My closet is overflowing with things that I don't wear, don't need, don't use, or cannot fit. So our first step in mentally preparing ourselves is to set a clear goal. And for you, that may be, like myself, making room to add new pieces. That may be just to simply declutter. And it also may be just simply be to simplify the wardrobe that you have. The next thing that we want to do, beauties, is visualize the outcome. What does your closet look like? What's your end goal? Like, what does your closet look like at the end of this reset? What does it look like? Is it more space? Have you created, or do you have a need for a section in your closet where you set up your outfits for the week? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you need a little section in your closet where you have, you know, your outfits for the week. You get them all together. You set them in that section of your closet. Maybe you need a little space for that and you don't have it right now because you have too many things in your closet. Or like I said before, maybe you want to create a space in your closet that also houses, you know, your jewelry or whatever the end goal looks like to you. Maybe you want to color coordinate things. Maybe, like in my closet, I have at the far end, it starts off with skirts, then it goes to pants, then it goes to jumpsuits, and then I have sort of like dressy sort of overcoats that go over dresses, and then I have dresses, and then I have all types of blouses, and they used to be color coded, but they're not anymore. And then I have blazers at the other end. So maybe you want to set your closet up in some way, shape, or form similar to that. When we start this process, and when you're thinking about starting this process, just keep that visualization of your end goal. What does your closet look like? Maybe you pinned a couple of things off of Pinterest. Maybe you created a Pinterest board that is your dream closet, and you want to pull some of those elements into your visualization. So you are going to always keep that idea in the back of your mind, your end goal, what you want your closet to look like, even down to the pieces or the shoes or the hangers, the type. You want to change out all your hangers and color. Maybe your hangers are not all color coordinated, or maybe you want to use a specific type of hanger. You want to visualize that down to a T and keep that in the back of your mind. This next process of mentally preparing ourselves, we are going to take it in small increments. We are going to map out a plan. Like I said before, we are not going to tackle the entire closet in one fell swoop. I feel like you'll have, and myself included, will have much more success if we break the process down. So what I tend to do, for example, is like I listed earlier, like I listed earlier, on the far side of my closet, I have skirts. The next section is pants. Jeans is in a whole nother section. So that's another section in itself. But when I do when I decide on a day where I'm going to begin this purge, I'm going to start with the skirts. Or maybe I'll start down here at this end of the closet and I'll do blazers. So break down this process. Even if it's just, even if you want to start with the shoes, because by no means should you be purging shoes and clothes at the same time. Now, I need to purge my shoes. I haven't purged my shoes probably in about a good 2 years. So I may even start with the shoes, because I can use a good purging at the bottom of my closet. I just have so many things, and I don't even know what's in this back section over here, y'all. I don't even know what's back there at this point. But nevertheless, I digress. You want to break down the process. Maybe on Monday, you only do the skirts. Maybe on Wednesday, you finish up with the skirts if you haven't finished on Monday, and you move on to the pants, and so on and so forth. So just keep in mind that this whole process is not something to be taken as a whole. Take it in small increments. The next thing that I want to remind you guys to do to mentally prepare for purging our closets is to focus on the positive, guys. We are not going to focus on the things that will be leaving our closets. We will not focus on anything negative. Any of those negative thoughts, come on now, get them on out of here. We are only strictly going to focus on the positive, okay? I want you to focus on how organized your closets will be once this process is completed. I also want you to focus on how easy it's going to be for you to get dressed once you are finished purging your closet. And also, guys, my motto is if what you have in your closet and if what you are wearing every day, if it doesn't spark joy and excitement in you, if you are not excited to put the item, the shoe, the pants, the jeans, if you're not excited to put those things on, then honey child, when you yank it out the closet to get rid of it or not get rid of it, or think about getting rid of it or keeping it, if you're not pulling it out and you're not saying, oh my God, I love this piece so much, why are you keeping it? So while you're mentally preparing, I want you to start to ask yourself some of these questions. Do I want my closet to be super organized? How easy is it for me to get dressed now versus when I am all done? How easy will it be for me to get dressed? And just keep those things in mind. And don't feel bad about needing to let things go. And there's a name for that, and I like to call it purge guilt. What is purge guilt, guys? It definitely refers to being regretful or feeling uneasy, feeling bad about needing to or about to or definitely getting rid of something. I mean, maybe you wore the item one time and now you're like, oh my God, I only wore it one time. I can't get rid of it. I need to use it more. Obviously, you're never going to use it more. It's been in your closet for 2 years. You wore it once. Maybe you spent a lot of money on something. I mean, how many of us like saw the thing, impulsively purchased it, never wore it? It's still in the closet with a tag on it. So now here you are. It's 3 years later, 2 years later, or however many months later, and you never wore the thing. But it costs you so much money, and now you're gonna get rid of it, and now you feel terrible about it. That's purge guilt. Don't let it get you in the chokehold. Maybe it's that thing that your best girlfriend gave you when you were 18 years old, and you know you just love her so much, and you wore it, and you guys had so much fun when you wore it, and now you haven't had it on in years, even though maybe you can still fit it. I don't know. But now you got to get rid of it because you haven't worn it. Or you're thinking about getting rid of it, but now you feel terrible. You feel terrible because it's your best friend. She gave it to you. It has all this sentimental value to you, and you're torn and you feel horrible. Do not let that purge guilt get ahead of you. Remember your visualization. Remember your end goal. Remember that beautiful chic wardrobe that we are going to be creating for ourselves, that organized closet, the space that we will have to add new pieces in our closet. So do not let the purge guilt get you in the chokehold. I have a funny story. Years ago, maybe like 2 years ago, I did a huge purge and I was like, oh, pat myself on the back. Oh my God, I'm so wonderful. I did so much purging and I got rid of so many things. And I was like so happy and so pleased with myself that I was able to mentally prepare, allegedly. And I had bagged up all of these clothes and shoes and just things that I wasn't wearing them, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. I wasn't wearing them. Hadn't worn them, and I can't even tell you. But what did I do? I purged them. I bagged them up. Girl, I put them in my trunk and I took them to my storage unit. So even though they were out of my house, they were not out of my life. So I can't technically say that I actually purged them up until that point. So I can't even remember why I put them in my storage. I don't know. I just was not I know why. I wasn't mentally prepared to get rid of the things. So, okay, I moved them out of my closet and I ultimately moved them out of my house, but I didn't move them out of my life, right? So I take them to my storage. It's like 5 garbage bags, the large black garbage bags of clothes. So I take them to my storage and I leave them there, and they sat there, guys, probably for like over a year. Forgot all about them. How did I discover them? Going on vacation. Oh, let me go to my storage to pick up my suitcases. I fling open the storage door and there sat the 5 large trash bags of clothes. And immediately I said to myself, because I didn't mentally prepare, I was never mentally prepared to purge anything. I said to myself, oh my God, let me go through these bags to see what's in them. Yeah. But did I go through those bags? I am proud to say that I didn't go through those bags. I actually stopped in that moment and I said to myself, Gigi, you don't even know what's in these bags. You haven't missed anything that's in these bags, obviously, in over a year. So don't even look in them. Take the bags, put them in your trunk, and take them to the Goodwill. And that, guys, I am proud to say that is what I did. I took the bags, I put them in my trunk, and I took them straight away. Right in that moment, I loaded up my suitcases and I loaded up those bags and I put them in my trunk and I took them to the Goodwill. Yay me. Yay, 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 yay me. So have I missed any of the items that were in those bags? Not one. I'm here to tell you guys, there has not been one time that the purge guilt swung back around and said, oh my God, you got rid of those 4 bags of clothes. Oh, I missed that blouse that had the green whatever. Not one time. I have no idea. Don't remember what was in those bags. Don't miss not one thing that was in those bags. So if you guys are worried about, oh my God, I'm going to miss the thing, do not let that purge guilt get a hold of you. You're not going to miss anything. Not one thing. In all of the years of me getting rid of things successfully, might I add, and in the times that it was successful, because there have been times where things went out into the side of the hallway, but somehow they crept themselves back into this closet. But of all of the times that I successfully got rid of something, I can say there hasn't been one time where I wish that I would have kept something. I don't remember it. I don't remember it. And if you can't remember something, then it wasn't serving a purpose. You don't need it. You don't need it. You're not going to miss it. So our second step, beauties, is to prepare our containers, our bins, to get them ready for the purge. So we have 4 categories. We have donate, we have sell, we have that runway in the sky, and we have keep. So you're going to grab, I tend to use the giant storage, the clear giant storage containers. I'll make labels on my computer. I'll print them out and I'll stick them on the side with some tape, and I'll line the buckets up here in the closet. And as I'm taking things out of my closet, I put them in their respective receptacle. So you can use trash bags. You can even, if you have room, you can even tape the labels up on your wall and then, just make piles under the labels. Whatever way is best for you. Like I said, what works for me is to just get the giant storage containers and I label the fronts and I just, I drop things in as needed. What I will say though, beauties, is the fourth category, the keep category. So we got donate, sell, that runway in the sky, and keep. Now, I'm going to caution you, all right, ahead of time, so you can also mentally prepare yourselves. This category right here can be so dangerous, so dangerous. Again, like I said, that purge guilt can get a hold of you and you can start to think, oh, but I paid $500 for this and I never wore it once. Or I paid $300 for this and I never wore it once. Let me just put it back in the closet. Don't do it. Don't do it. If you haven't worn it in over a year, and like I said before, which is my motto, if it does not spark joy and excitement, why are you keeping it? If you put on a cardigan and you say, oh, the cardigan, it fits kind of nice, but I wish it was pink. Well, why are you even wearing it? You don't like the color, get rid of it. That can't be a part of your dream wardrobe because it doesn't represent who you want to be or who you are. It doesn't bring joy and excitement if you kind of sort of like, child, listen, let it go. Just let it go. Because if it does not immediately spark joy and excitement, why are you keeping it? Ask yourself those questions. Why are you keeping it? Why? With saying that, please keep these things in mind when we are preparing to purge our closets. And also, don't forget that purging our closets from here on out is not a task. It is a tool to move us to our most chic selves. So I'm so glad that you guys stopped by the closet today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in part 2, beauties. Bye.